right. 10 British things I absolutely love as an American living in the UK. I'm getting this one from She Runs the World. Link in the description below. Please go over and show us some love. Let's dive into this one. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Thank you for being here with you, girl. Let's go. Mwah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the
Hi,
channel.
Brittany.
If you're new here, I'm Brittany, an American who moved to the UK a while ago, and today we're diving into some of the very British things that I've completely fallen in love with as an American.
Okay.
Now, moving countries always comes with culture shock, of course, but it also
True.
comes with these tiny joys and discoveries that make you go, oh, this is so British. I love it. So grab a cuppa, maybe a cheeky biscuit, and let's talk about the 10 British things I genuinely love as an American living in the UK.
Okay.
From chocolate and slang to pubs and architecture. Let's get into it. So let's start with
yeah, from chocolate to pub to the history. She said, grab a cuppa. Listen to me. She throwing in them British slangs, okay? Listen, we just started. Chocolate, baby. Let's continue. Hold on.
something I have a serious weakness for, Cadbury chocolate.
Ay.
I grew up with Hershey's, but the first time I tried Cadbury Dairy Milk, I actually stopped mid-bite and was like, wait, why does this taste so much better? It's creamier, it's smoother, and it just tastes more real. There's this rich, almost velvety quality that makes Hershey's chocolate taste kind of dusty in comparison, no offense. And of course, there are other higher quality types of chocolate in both the US and the UK, but I'm just comparing like the basic everyday chocolate that every kid just kind of typically eats. And Cadbury has so much variety too. Flake bars, crunchies, Wispa, buttons. It's like a whole world of chocolate I didn't know existed. Whereas Hershey's is pretty much just plain Hershey's chocolate bars or Hershey's Kisses, which for those of you who don't know are just plain chocolate, but they're in the shape of like a teardrop. So not a whole lot of variety there. Probably because we do have so many other candy companies like M&M's, Snickers, Milky Ways, Kit Kats, and just so many others. So they don't really want to do too much. But I do love that Cadbury isn't just chocolate here. It's a part of British life, and I am absolutely here for it. Next up,
baby, take me away. From the moment I was introduced to British chocolate, I am in chocolate heaven. I'm telling you, what they have here in the US is total crap. I'm just going out on the limb and say that. I am so in love with chocolate, the milk chocolate, the Aeros, the crunchy, the munchies, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Video coming soon with my Bronzeville rum and raisin. Hey, baby. You all know. You guys got it right. You got chocolate right straight up and all different kinds. Oh, after dark. And I can continue. My mouth is watering, literally. I don't know why she started off with that bang. And I can see this is one of the reasons that she is in love with the UK. Let's continue.
One of the UK's greatest modern inventions, the meal deal. As an American, I didn't know convenience store food could be this good and affordable. You walk into any Tesco, Sainsbury's, whatever, pick a fancy chicken sandwich, packet of crisps, and maybe a smoothie, and all of that is for under £5, which is just about $7 US. And in the US, that would barely get you a coffee, but here you're walking out with a full balanced lunch, a drink, which could be an iced coffee if you even wanted it to, protein shake, whatever it may be, a main, which is like sushi, wraps, pasta salads, even vegan options, and a side like crisps or chips, like we call them in the States, fruits, veggies, hummus cups, protein bars, and just so much more. The best part is how it just has become a part of everyone's everyday life here. You'll see business people, students, construction workers, everyone's just got their meal deal around lunchtime. The humble British meal deal might just be the country's most underrated national treasure. Next up, we have Sunday.
Hold on, baby. She's starting off with food. She just wrapped me around with the food. Meal deal for under 5 euros or pounds. I'm not sure which one she said. It went over my head because she's talking about food. But guys, I'm telling you, that's enough for just a Starbucks coffee or tea, iced tea or whatever they call it. You got a sandwich plus yogurt plus drink. That's a steal and a half. And she's like, listen, it's for everybody. Your teachers, your construction workers, your students, everywhere. Anybody can rely on that. You walk into Tesco and the variety is all over the place. Not just Tesco, but Gigs. Listen, baby, it don't get no better than that. And in this economy that we have, that prices of everything is through the roof, that would definitely be a steal. But we don't have anything like that in America. Here in America, you want a meal deal, you go into a fast food joint, and it ain't cheap. From McDonald's to KFC to wherever, to Burger King, the whole 9 yards. And their prices are through the roof. So you get chips or crisp with a sandwich, any sandwich of your choice, yogurt. Not in America. Oh, yes. I'm on board with that for the UK. Definitely.
They roast every Sunday in Britain feels like a warm hug because that's Sunday roast day. I had no idea what a big deal it was until I experienced one myself. Roasted meat, crispy potatoes, carrots, peas, and Yorkshire puddings, which, by the way, are not desserts like we think in the States. They're just these magical golden little kind of cups of joy that purely exist to hold gravy, almost like an American-style funnel cake, but it's savory, not sweet. And the gravy, oh my gosh, it's so rich. It's so satisfying. It's comfort food perfection. What I love most, though, is the ritual of it. Families and friends just gathering in pubs, taking a slow afternoon to eat and chat. There's something just so cozy and grounding about it. In the States, Sundays are for errands and getting things ready for the week ahead of you. But in the UK, it feels like it's more so for slowing down, for connecting over roast potatoes and gravy. And honestly, I do think that's a tradition that we should import. Now, you can't talk about British.
Baby, she's talking about food. Brittany is getting me mad over here. Getting me all hyped up. Listen, I need to find a way to make enough money to get to the UK. Listen, I've heard about your Sunday roast rolling off every expat's tongue. Like it's a staple. You're going into a pub. It's an event. It's like you relax and you have a Sunday roast, the gravy, the Yorkshire pudding, and the slice of, baby. Listening to me carry on, and I've never had. Guys, I don't know if you can. I can't even say the word. Mouth watering over here. My mouth is watering, and I sound like I'm shouting. I'm so sorry. I am so excited. It's not even funny because the way you guys describe, and I've seen your Sunday roast, and just to sit in that atmosphere in America. No, on Sundays, people are trying to get everything done, laundry done, clothes ironed to go back to work for the next day. You don't even really sit down and have dinner as a family and slow down and unwind. You're trying to make sure you run and get the last set of things that need to be done on the road because during the week you're so busy. But life in the UK on Sunday seems like just laid back, family time, quality time, eat food, go to the pub, drink some ales. Baby, and then she go and talk about another one, the staples of staple. We talk about the British food without talking about fish and chips. Oh, God.
Dude, without talking about fish and chips, especially by the seaside, it's not just a meal, it's an experience. You unwrap that warm paper parcel, the sea breeze is hitting your face, and the smell of salt and vinegar takes over. The chips, or fries, as we call them in the States, are thick, they're fluffy, just perfect for soaking up all that tangy vinegar, which some Americans might find odd because most people in the States would dip fries in ketchup. But in general, the most common fry dipping sauce in the UK are kind of all over Europe really is mayonnaise. But when it comes to fish and chip plates specifically, people love to pour vinegar on their fries here as their dipping sauce. And the fish is crispy, it's golden, it's flaky, and somehow it tastes better when it's eaten out of the paper and there's seagulls screaming overhead. I'll never forget when Nick and I first moved to the UK and we were living in Brighton, just sitting on a bench, staring at the sea, rain pouring down on us as we shared fish and chips, and we just kind of laughed about the weather. It felt so British. It's not fancy, but it's real, and it connects everyone to the shared coastal memory. In the US, we don't really have a food that carries that kind of heart, in my opinion, but here, fish and chips is a national identity on a plate. Now let's talk about the pub, the beating.
Baby, I'm in love with the UK and I don't even live there. I just started experiencing, living vicariously through all these videos that I've been seeing and interacting with the amazing British people through my comment section and personally. And I'm like, oh, baby, you guys are my heart and soul. And I want to say thank you. So let's talk about the fish and chips. I've heard it. My mouth is watering again. Brittany. She runs the world. She is giving it to me today. She's like, you better pack up and move because this is a place to be. Can you imagine sitting on this shore, seaside, shore, wherever it is, that to have that experience and to have that fish and chips in the paper with your vinaigrette kind. Baby! So whenever time you guys talk about the staples of staples, fish and chips, when it comes down to the UK, it brings me back to Jamaica with our escovitch fish. And we have that vinaigrette on the side that we put where we soak the onions and the carrot and the pepper, and we just dab it over that crunchy fried fish like a snapper or a parrot fish. And we have chips like you guys have, like people call it here, fries on the side as well. And I like fries with mayonnaise. I have that like a mayonnaise base. Sometimes I mix my mayonnaise with a little ketchup to eat my fries because it just gives it. But I'm like, I can't wait from your Sunday roast to your fish and chips. Now she going to talk about the place that I want to go and live in and don't walk about. The pub. I want to be staggering when I walk up
part
out
of
there.
British social life. I thought pubs were just, bars with a different name, but they're just so much more than that. You walk into a good one and you instantly feel like you're at home. Wooden beams, fireplace, laughter, maybe even a dog asleep under a table.
Wow.
Pubs are where life happens in the UK. Birthdays, football matches, first dates, Sunday lunches, all in one place. I love that it's social without being loud or chaotic. You can chat, read, or just sip a pint quietly by yourself if you want to. I learned from a few comments in some recent videos that the word pub actually comes from public house, which I think perfectly sums up what makes them special. Historically, these were literally houses open to the public, a place where anyone in the community could gather, eat, drink, socialize. That's why pubs are just so deeply woven into British neighborhoods. They were never really meant to be just bars. Like, they were meant to be extensions of people's homes where warmth, conversation, and community naturally came together. Now let's talk about the history and the architecture.
Listen, the pub life, man. I tell you every day, and I'll say it again over and over. I love how everybody explained the pub culture in the UK. I just can't get over it. How the atmosphere is when you walk into a pub. Even if you're a newbie walking into a pub, even if you're a total stranger walking into a pub and you know nobody, you just fit right in, because it's a place for everybody to just come, drink a pint, drink some ale. The families are there, the kids are inside there, animals are inside there, just chilling and relaxing. And I'm like, what a concept to have, where you're just close knitted in the neighborhood and anybody. I can imagine walking into a pub like the Fox, where you walk in and like, he knows everybody over time that comes into, hey, John, yeah, it's coming right up. You understand me? And like, oh, I know she going to have this on the road. Oh, I know he going to have this or that or so. It's just, to me, it just seems cozy and inviting. And you know what I mean? Are you all walking out staggering? And I love what she said. It is not loud and boisterous. It's so comfy that you can hear each other speak and you don't have to speak over each other. If you want to read a book in there, you can. You don't get no better than that. Please learn to appreciate what you got. I tell you, because in America, we don't have any setting like that. The bars here are nothing like that. Music are loud. The atmosphere is nothing to that. You can't even walk in there with a pet, not to mention your kids, to go inside of a... No. So that right there is a gem in itself that you guys have. And I love it. I love it.
Architecture. One of the first things that made me fall in love with the UK was how old everything is in the most magical way. I'll be walking down a random street in London or Oxford and realize the building beside me has been there for over 500 years. In America, something from the 1800s is ancient, but here that's kind of modern. You've got castles, cathedrals, cobblestone alleyways that look straight out of a movie. Even regular pubs sometimes have plaques that say established in 1586, and I'm like, that's before my country even existed. What's even cooler is how seamlessly the old blends with the new. Skyscrapers next to Tudor houses, modern art galleries, or food markets inside converted churches. It's history that you can live in, not just visit. Every city feels like a story being told. That sense of continuity gives UK this quiet, timeless beauty that I'll never get tired of. Now let's talk about British.
It's history that you can live in and not just look at. Beautifully said. Can you imagine the old mixed with the modern and it just merge and it don't change nothing. All them skyscrapers and all these historical buildings just in one place, and you just enjoy being and spending time and appreciate the environment that you're in. Just relaxing and chilling and walk everywhere you go from 1242. Yes, like she said, the architecture, the history here in America, 1800, that's pretty much, it is a young country, but walking past over 500 years old, you'll be like, oh, this is from when Whoopi Kilfilo from the back in the days. I'm like, oh, and the architecture, it's still, these buildings are still standing. Not much renovation done to them. They're still, oh, baby. Oh, on every block and every corner, it's like there's something historical about it. Wow.
Slang, which is a whole new language for us Americans, and I love it. When I first moved here, I understand the words, but not the meaning. And I am lucky that I did grow up with a British dad because it did help a lot, but still, like fancy a cuppa? It sounds romantic, right? But no, it's just an offer for tea. Cheeky is maybe my favorite. It can mean like bold, funny, slightly naughty, depending on the situation.
You cheeky little girl. Naughty. I'm sorry, guys. I had to stop. Let's back it up. Cheeky. I like it.
Maybe my favorite. It can mean like bold, funny, slightly naughty, depending on the situation. And then there's sordid. That one word means everything's under control. Americans would say, I'll handle it, but Brits just go sordid. It's perfect. Even brilliant is used for basically everything from actually brilliant ideas to just mildly good ones. Learning it makes you feel like you've unlocked a secret level of British life. And my favorite sentence so far has been fancy a cheeky Nando's. Iconic. 10 out of 10. Would absolutely go. To kind of pick
cheeky. Look here, sordid. I love it. I love the slangs. It makes you who you are. It makes you unique. You know, I really believe that when you move somewhere, you immerse yourself in that culture and just be a part of it, and you will appreciate it more. Because she's like, my dad, she heard the slangs, but she didn't really understand what they mean. But now that she knows the meaning behind them, and when she uses fancy a cuppa, I feel special if somebody walk up to me and say that. I know that's right. You don't have that here in the US. You don't necessarily. It's slangs here. It's like seasonal. I don't notice if you guys notice that, or it's like everything is seasonal. You have a little slang going, then that's it, and then it comes back. I don't like that. I really don't like stuff like that. You see that you're gonna keep it going. It will be there for a lifetime, and you know when people use it, it means something. Yeah.
Piggyback off the last point of British slang, let's talk about British humor. British humor deserves its own masterclass. It's dry, it's subtle, and it's full of irony, which for Americans like me takes a little bit of adjusting. Even like I said, I grew up with a British dad, but once you get it, it's gold. And Brits can say something completely absurd with a straight face, and you'll only realize it was a joke a few seconds later. What I really admire is the self-deprecation. Brits can roast themselves better than anyone else, and it's done with such charm. No ego, just shared laughter about life being just a little bit ridiculous. Even awkward moments become hilarious because someone always finds the perfect one-liner. So if you are an American moving here, just know you won't really see the loud, outrageous, like in-your-face type comedy that we're used to back in the States. You'll be introduced to a high-level wit, and it is amazing. Now let's talk about...
Oh, baby. Yeah, your humor. Oh, British humor. baby, British humor is unlike any other. And I love that. I love that you can laugh at your own expense and not get mad. And you understand me? Yeah, I love that. You're realistic. You fall, you trip, you laugh over yourself, or somebody roasting you. You don't feel all that. You don't get mad and flustered and angry. No. And you don't need to be loud and no. It's the culture between the America and British culture it's on two different spectrum. And to me, it's sad when people move and they don't try to fall in or try to understand where they're moving to. Like I said, it can be difficult when you try to stand apart because it's not going to get you anywhere. Baby, now she going to touch something that tickles me fancy. Oh, baby, your accent. Ooh la la. I love it. I love it. It makes my knees go weak. I love it. And it doesn't matter if I can understand it. I just love it. World without any British accent. You can take me away with it.
British accents. The UK might be small, but wow, the accents are wildly diverse. In America, we definitely have diverse accents comparing people in Boston or New York to the deep South or even a California accent like I have. But because the country is so much bigger, it's not as drastic of a change within close proximity. Like you can just drive for hours and hours without hearing much of a difference. But in the UK, you drive 20 minutes and it's a completely new accent. Wow. You've got posh London accents, lyrical Welsh ones, and the joyful chaos of a Glaswegian accent. Some are easier to understand than others, at least for an American who's still figuring it out. For me, the most difficult one by far is a Liverpool accent. And it's actually super funny because my former boss was originally from Liverpool, but he's been living in London for 20 years. And everyone at work would say, really? You're from Liverpool? You've completely dropped your Liverpool accent. You sound so clear. And I would be so confused because it was so difficult for me to understand him. And then I went to Liverpool and I was like, wow, okay, I get what they're saying because I couldn't understand anything that anyone was saying in Liverpool. But overall, I do love how proud people are of their accents. And the longer you live here and start to recognize the different ones, it's endlessly fascinating. And finally,
I love accents. It doesn't matter which country you're from. But because I've dived into the British world, oh, baby, I need to hear the Liverpool accent then because I don't think I've ever really heard that one. But I've been listening to other people talk. I'm on TikTok listening to these accents, and I'm like, ooh la la. It just gets me every time. And she's right. Because of how huge the United States is, the accent is not like yours where it differs. You can hear the change in accent with even 20 minutes drive out from the place that you were before. I'm like, no, it's from different state to the next. You understand? And I get it. It's crazy. And I know Americans on a whole love accents too. I keep hearing you guys say in the comment section that I love your Jamaican accent, and I'm like, I can't hear. I don't have an accent. I don't see what you guys are talking about. And even when I'm editing my videos, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe because I was used to hear how I talk. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys saying that too, because I like it. Just fluffs me up. It fluffs me up.
Yes. Let's talk about British traditions because this country knows how to celebrate the seasons. And I'd say this is even more exciting for me as a Californian than maybe someone moving here from New York or somewhere else in the States that actually has, 4 distinct seasons. Because in LA, it's sunny and 75 pretty much year round. I've never really experienced seasons before I moved here. So moving to a place like the UK where I not only get to experience seasons with the weather, but also celebrate them in such cool ways is really awesome. We have Bonfire Night in November, which is filled with fireworks, toffee apples, and history lessons all in one. It has a slightly dark origin story, but an amazing night nonetheless. Then comes Christmas, which has the Christmas markets, obviously super magical, twinkling lights, mulled wines, handmade gifts, festive music. music. It feels like stepping into a snow globe. Then we have some unique ones like Pancake Day in February, which is just pure joy. Imagine an entire day dedicated to flipping pancakes and eating them with lemon and sugar. It's beautiful. So there you have it, 10 British things I absolutely love as an American living in the UK. Honestly, moving here has given me a new appreciation for all of the little things, from how people cue politely to how everyone just kind of seems to love their cup of tea. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more adventures as I live in the UK as an American. And drop a comment telling me your favorite British thing, whether you are from the UK or you're not. Now let's take a look at why I left the US and moved to the UK in the first place.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you what I love about the UK. And I'm going to put it in her comment section. And it's definitely the accent, the food, the pub life. And I've never been. I love it all. The history. I love it all. And I cannot wait to jump on a plane and come and experience it for myself, baby. For myself. That was a very enlightening video. I loved every minute of it. You know, British things that she absolutely loved as American living in the UK. Can you imagine? This regular schmegler girl sitting here, never been to the UK, but I love everything that she has on the list. And I cannot wait to experience it for myself. I'm just literally living vicariously through all these videos that I've been watching and learning about the UK. And I'm never tired of hearing about the pubs. I'm never tired of hearing about fish and chips, in the Sunday roast. Baby, your chocolate, your accent. Now, the last thing she's touched on was your tradition. Oh, yeah, you guys know how to party. You guys know how to throw down. Yeah, the November 5th, the gunpowder plot. And I did a video on that, and I'm like, you didn't hide that from your history. It's a part of who you are, and like it happened, and you celebrate. Not in America. And look at the markets in the Christmas time and all the lights, and it's so beautiful. So overall, everything that she has said in this video, I'm like, baby, what not to love? And the culture shocks are real when you leave one country to the next. You understand? Because like for her, like she said in Cali, you learn to appreciate so many things. The sun, the little things. Listen, man. Woo, child. This video got me souped up. It's your island girl and I'm running out of here. Don't forget to go over and show her some love. You don't know it's her content, and if she didn't do it, I wouldn't be able to bring it forward to you guys, and I wouldn't be able to see something like that as well. So show her some love. Tell her your island girl sent you. Not only that, don't forget to hit the like button on here. Tell YouTube that you like what your girl is doing on the channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and welcome. And if you'd like to become a member, hit that link, the join button, and you see all the exclusive perks that are offered. And I'm chatting. And I'm chatting. Guys, it's so, let me give you guys a peep of outside. What outside literally look like. I hope you guys can see it. Ooh, there it is. Look at the trees. The trees are literally white. And it's so beautiful. I love when the trees look like this, guys. There's just something about it. It's like I'm in a winter wonderland. And I love it. With that said, love you guys to the max. And I'll definitely catch you guys in another video. Mwah, kisses and hugs from your island girl. Bye.